A Stoic man does not confront fear by avoiding it, nor by denying its existence. He looks directly at it, studies it, and turns it into part of his path to self-mastery. To understand how he does this, we must explore Stoic philosophy, human psychology, and the way these principles are applied, practically, intimately, and with piercing clarity. In Stoicism, fear is not something shameful. It's not something to be eradicated. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If something causes you fear, remember it is not the thing itself, but your judgment of it." The Stoic man knows fear is natural. It's how the body and mind respond to uncertainty, loss, failure, even death. But instead of letting fear control him, he analyzes it. He asks himself, what's the worst that could happen? Not out of pessimism, but to define the true boundaries of the situation. Take the fear of losing a job. He imagines the worst-case scenario: no income, searching for new work, living more simply. By visualizing this, he realizes even in the worst case, he can survive. He can adapt. He separates what he can control from what he cannot. Fear often comes from things outside our reach, other people's opinions, the results of events, the uncertainty of the future. The Stoic focuses on what he can control: his actions, his attitude, his response. This doesn't just reduce fear, it dissolves helplessness. This approach is relatable. We've all felt fear. But it's also sharp, because it forces us to face this truth. Most fear comes not from reality, but from our inflated imagination. A Stoic man doesn't wait for fear to arrive before he acts. He prepares for it daily. This is where he differs from most. While many avoid fear, he trains for it. Premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. He visualizes what could go wrong: losing loved ones, failing in his career, falling ill. Not to suffer, but to get used to the idea that these things are part of life, and once they're familiar, fear loses its grip. So when fear creeps in, the Stoic says, "This is just a feeling. It is not the truth. I've faced hardship before. I will face this too. This isn't just comfort. It's reclaiming control." He embraces impermanence. He reminds himself, everything, wealth, fame, even life, is temporary. By embracing this, he weakens the fear of loss. If he fears losing someone, he doesn't drown in anxiety. He cherishes the now. These practices aren't theory, they're mental gym sessions. The more he trains, the stronger he becomes. So when the emotional storm arrives, he stands. The Stoic man does not wait for fear to disappear. He acts anyway. He knows. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's movement in spite of it. If he fears public speaking, he doesn't begin with a stage. He speaks in front of friends, then gradually increases the difficulty. Every small victory builds confidence. It proves fear can be managed. He focuses on a larger purpose. The Stoic asks, does this matter to me? Does it align with my values? If the answer is yes, if the purpose is strong, then fear becomes secondary. A man afraid of rejection might still confess his love, because being true to his emotions matters more than temporary pain. And above all, he transforms fear into fuel. Afraid of failure? That's a reminder. Prepare more thoroughly. Afraid of judgment? That's a chance to affirm your self-worth. Fear doesn't paralyze the Stoic. It motivates him. This is empathy, because it accepts fear as human. But it's also power, because it turns fear into a teacher, not an enemy. Modern culture tells men to be strong by hiding fear, but the Stoic redefines strength. It's not pretending to be unshakable. It's being honest with your fear and facing it consciously. He practices self-compassion. He doesn't shame himself for being afraid. He uses it to reflect. If he fears failure, he asks, why does this matter so much to me? Am I chasing validation or inner peace? This introspection fuels growth. And by facing fear with calm and principle, he inspires others. The Stoic father, facing financial struggle, not only overcomes his own fear, but teaches his children how to stay grounded. Stoicism is powerful, but not a magic cure. Sometimes fear runs deep, rooted in trauma or mental illness. And when it does, the Stoic seeks help. That's not weakness, that's reason. Some Stoic men become emotionally distant. Too focused on mastering emotion, they forget to feel. So the Stoic must balance reason and heart. That, too, is strength. The Stoic man faces fear by understanding it, preparing for it, and acting in spite of it. He doesn't try to erase it. He transforms it into part of a meaningful life. His approach is empathetic, because it accepts our fragility, and sharp, because it demands honesty, discipline, and courage. He reminds us, fear is not the end. It's a door. A door that leads to growth, if you dare to walk through it.